And my
time would talk to the tape. Teddy, I mean. There you
All right, Jack, I got the Dallas Cowboys here. And the Dallas Cowboy defense, they've gone through a transformation, all right? It started by them drafting in the first round Leighton Vander Esch. Leighton Vander Esch has a nickname, the Lone Wolf. Here in Tape Off, I give you the legend of the Lone Wolf.
It's unclear exactly when and where the werewolf legend originated. Some believe it's all a myth, a tale, an imagination. What we do know is that a true werewolf is said to come out at night and into the wild. But beware, as wild animals can't be tamed. And Wild Card Weekend is where this story begins. This is the story of a young man, a lone wolf, if you will, that is coming to grips with his transformation, shape-shifting his way through the league, disrupting offenses everywhere and showing the entire NFL world his love for the hunt. Folklore says wolves sometimes hunt alone, but in this saga, to attain and capture the ultimate prey, a wolf must be a member of a pack that becomes brothers, a pack that fights together, a pack that hunts together. When prey is captured, the pack howls. The shape-shifting has begun, shifting from the defense to the offense. The hunt is then complete, and the wolf pack has eaten.
There's a reason why they call it Wild Card Weekend. That Dallas Cowboy defense, they gonna be hunting. They gonna be hunting.
Boy, I like that. I really like that. But, you know, we have to talk about the Seattle Seahawks as well. And they've been very successful in their playoff runs. But listen, we did our research on the Seahawks, and we found out it's not a Seahawk. It's the osprey that's the true natural predator of the sea. So we're going to call them the Seattle Ospreys. And what happens with the Seattle Ospreys? Doug Baldwin, one of the best pass catchers in the league, goes up with his talons and goes up and gets this ball. This is what they have in this team. And the osprey comes up and gives it. Look at those talons. How those talons rotate and grab its prey when it's up in the air. That's Doug Baldwin. Yes, sir. And that's the osprey. And yes, Russ, go ahead and celebrate with those ospreys as well. But we also have Tyler Lockett. And his impeccable eyesight and his timing and ability, much like an osprey, to go up with those eyes and find and locate the ball like a bird of prey and come down with it. And we'll see it all. You like that? Did you like that, Mr. Osprey? Yes, you did, didn't you? Look at that, the eyes and the ability to come down with this ball. The impeccable eyesight in Tyler Lockett. And of course, we have the Seahawks, but the fan, the true player of the Ospreys is Chris Carson. The strength and the ability to make big plays and to climb over. And sometimes you gotta just get up in the air and fly and soar and let those Ospreys come and grab you. And not only take you from that play, but take you to this play as well for a 60-yard gain here. The big plays by the Ospreys as they soar down. We're gonna take you from that play, and we're gonna take you to the end here all over again. Get that osprey out of here. Get to the next play, Chris Carson, because you don't stop. You just continue to go with the power. We're going to drop you in here at the goal line. Big play, run you over, get a little push by the Ospreys as well. That's what we're talking about. You like that, don't you? That's it. You're not going. If Chris Carson doesn't want to do the touchdown dance, let the Ospreys do the touchdown dance. This is the team that will soar into Dallas this week and have a great game against the Dallas Cowboys.
My God. I like this. I like it.
Yeah, you like that? I like that.
Yeah,
He wanted to groove. He was trying to groove.
Hey. All right, I'm told we have the presiding Judge Schefter coming up shortly.
As an athlete and a competitor, you look forward to playing these games.
This was a good defense before they got Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack pushed this thing over the top.
Let's go.
Finish it! And it is intercepted by Mack. Mack running left to the 20, to the 15, 10, 5, end zone! Touchdown Bears!
This is a different season now.
At the end of the day, all you want to do is be in the dance.
When you strap it on, when you put that Bears jersey on, you're only thinking about one thing.
So the finale of a 4-game flurry is about as good as it gets. You have the best defense in football. They're going to host St. Nick Foles, and it's going to be some January Chicago football headed your way. So with that, we'll turn to our ace reporter. He is Jeff Dickerson. Jeff, the Bears were one of the league's healthier teams in 2018, but the defense and their touchdown machine is battling an ankle right now. What's the status of one Eddie Jackson?
Yeah, and that's the key question, Jack. I mean, Eddie Jackson had that bad ankle injury 3 weeks ago, missed the last 2 games of the regular season, did not practice on Wednesday, was limited, though, yesterday. We'll hear from Matt Nagy in about a minute about his status for today. We expect he's going to play this weekend. How effective he'll be, that remains to be seen. Bears not as optimistic about linebacker Aaron Lynch. He's been out a couple of weeks as well with an elbow injury. He hasn't practiced all week, but the Bears did get all 3 of their wide receivers back on the field this week. Allen Robinson, Taylor Gabriel, and Anthony Miller. They've had full participation. They're good to go. Miller told us he dislocated his shoulder in Minnesota during that regular season finale. He said they popped it right back in. He will not miss Sunday's game because, of course, it's the playoffs.
You better believe it. That's great stuff. Great news, too, for Mitch Trubisky. All right, so let's go back to the other side. And Foles, if he can't have any success at all against the Bears defense, where do you feel like it comes from?
It comes from Alshon Jeffrey, who's making his return back to Chicago, where he basically started his career. And a guy that you don't have to be perfect. If you're Foles, you don't have to be perfect with the football. Alshon Jeffrey will go up and get it. And any time, and this is what's made Foles so special, is that he sees the opportunities that he has in the one-on-one coverage, and he feels like his guy is better than your guy. And if there's opportunities that he has in this game for matchups down the field, like we just saw in the highlight, where it's one-on-one opportunities, he's going to take his shots. If the Bears are to win this game, they have to limit Alshon Jeffrey in the big play.
Yeah, his guy is usually better than your guy.
Yeah,
We've seen that, especially in the playoffs. We need this world-famous backer tracker on the Chicago Bears. What are you seeing?
We got 2 good ones in Chicago, and Roquan Smith and Danny Trevathan, and they've been really a lot of attention to Khalil Mack, yes, but when these guys are working together, watch, they get blocked here, but the way they flow and hustle to the football, you see they're blocked, they're covered up, that running back is free to the outside, but watch how they converge, but they're right there, high-low this guy, bring him down, they never stop with their pursuit. And rushing the passer, it is right in their DNA because Roquan's got about 5 sacks. Running backs can't block this guy. He comes in there, he finds it, he'll take on a block, then read the protection just like he does here and get that sack. And Trevathan, it's all about hustle with Trevathan. Ever since he was a Bronco, he goes, he thumps, he gets the football out. 2 great off-the-ball linebackers in Trevathan and Roquan Smith.
Yeah, and worth noting, Roquan Smith, Trubisky, Cohen, Howard, Jackson, and many others are all going to be playing in their first postseason football, which is so the old innocence versus experience bowl. We'll see how it all goes down. Our experienced guy, it is Adam Schefter, the presiding Judge Schefter, standing by in his quarters to pick apart the tape off and declare a winner. Do it next.
This is a runaway. I'm surprised the vote was as close as it was. The little things in life, Susie. He's reading my book. So write that in there. He scored points. We love that. Got handed the L already. That makes the difference when you're judging tape up with festivities, with hoopla, with pageantry.
I'd like to thank my mom. I'd like to thank my sister, my buddies.
Wild animals can't be tamed.
Get a little push by the Ospreys as well. Let the Ospreys do the touchdown dance. The impeccable eyesight.
The Wolves and Osprey.
Yeah.
Final word now. You know how we do it.
Yes.
We got to take it to the judge, the presiding judge, and Judge Schefter, they likely wearing gym shorts. Adam, who is the winner, sir?
Well, let me say this. The fellas brought their A game for the playoffs, which I really am impressed by.
Yeah.
Like, when you start bringing out wolves and eagles and animals whose identity I can't even identify right now, you've done a great job. Both these men brought their A game for the wild card round. But I think when Darren Woodson said that he loved Teddy Bruschi's presentation, right there, he awarded it himself. I didn't have to do anything. Darren Woodson judged the tape off himself this week. He loved Teddy's
Nicely done.
You weren't supposed to be listening to that.
You did that, man.
Hey, I love my team. I gotta love my team.
You know,
Lone wolf in the house.
The real problem is you two are just too good at bullets. You had his back. You had his back.
Man. He's talking about
Shefty
my
heard it,
team.
Backer Hood in Dallas, baby. Let's
and
go.
the judge did his job. One more.
I'll give you that one.
The Texans have won the AFC South
No one can stop us. We were the best team on that field.
That'll do it. The Colts are going to the playoffs.
We're playing like a bunch of madmen.
We don't have any non-believers.
If you lose, only place you're going is home.
World needs more of this. Luck, Watson, flashback to their Week 4 fight where Luck threw for 464 yards, 4 touchdowns, and lost. Frank Reich went for it on 4th and 4 on their own 43 in overtime. Pretty legendary move. Didn't quite pan out. 3 plays later, Texans kicked the game-winning field goal. Then the Indy Revenge Tour. This is the Texans against Texans Week 14 behind a monster day of T.Y. Hilton, who finished a yard shy of 200-yard receiving game. The win ended the Texans' franchise record 9-game winning streak. Both games were decided by a 3-point margin, which we've told you.
I think both teams are very familiar with each other. You're right. I don't think that necessarily plays as an advantage to either side. I truly believe this. What's happened in the past has no relevance over what's going to happen, in the next game. And certainly you watch film and you study and you prepare, and both of us, we know each other well. Execution, fundamentals, technique, discipline, those sort of become the magic sauce. Honestly, those are the magic sauce every week.
So Adam, T.Y. Hilton has been managing that ankle injury for weeks now. Is there anything different going on this week?
Really, not that we can tell, Jack, at this point in time. And every week he's on the injury report. Every week he misses practice time. And then every week the game rolls around and T.Y. Hilton is out there making plays. Nobody has had more success against the Houston Texans. Nobody's been more of a Texans killer than T.Y. Hilton, who's averaged over 170 receiving yards a game against Houston. And again, he is expected to be out there in a game with the stakes this high, with this much significance, despite the fact that he has not practiced, despite the fact that his ankle is not at full strength. T.Y. Hilton is expected to play, Jack.
Adam, thank you very much. So T.Y. Hilton has been the Houston killer in a lot of ways. Why do you think, Teddy, it is that Houston really can't guard him?
Jack, after listening to Andrew Luck right there and him saying they're very familiar with each other, I'm going to disagree with him, because if you were familiar with each other, you would come up with a better plan to defend T.Y. Hilton, and they haven't done that. I've watched the last couple games against these guys, and you see they've tried every single way. Jonathan Joseph playing off coverage, so it's a quick little look pass, and you got to know T.Y. is going to catch it, then redirect, but you miss a tackle. He's on the ground looking for shamrocks, and all of a sudden T.Y. is out there getting about 15 yards. Let's try pressing him now. Press him, see if you can get a hand on him. T.Y.'s good off the line of scrimmage. Watch his handwork right here. Boom. Clears the arm, plays with him, sails a 7 route, then boom, cuts it back inside, takes it vertical. Joseph doesn't know what to do. He can't keep up with this speed. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch, 40-plus yard gain, and then off of play action. You know where he's going off of play action. If you give Andrew Luck 4 seconds to throw the ball and the safety's not deep because you got your eyes in the backfield, it's going to be like this all day long. And I understand Matthew right here playing in the middle of the field. He looks back to see Luck. He thinks he's deep enough, but you're not, because it's T.Y. Hilton, another double move. Rookie safety gets him leaning outside and back inside. You're not familiar with this guy if you don't have someone over the top every single play and force Andrew Luck to beat you with Eric Ebron. If Eric Ebron beats you, if you're the Houston Texans, I'm going to shake your hand and congratulate you. Just take those 40, 50, 60-yard bombs out of the equation by eliminating T.Y. Hilton.
And how happy must T.Y. be to have that right cannon back greased up? You saw some of those deep
great,
balls.
doesn't he?
Luck looks awesome. And quietly, they've become one of the best offensive lines in football, talking about the Colts. You think the Texans would get pressure? How would they do it?
Well, they better get pressure, because we just watched Teddy's tape, and T.Y. Hilton is absolutely killing them. It starts with up front with J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney, and Whitney Merciless. This is the guy. This is their high-priced players on the front line right now. The guys they pay a lot of money to rush the passer. They're going to have to do their job, especially Jadeveon Clowney, because they're going to put him in situations where he has the matchup, where he has a one-on-one with the guard, one-on-one with the tackle. Everybody's going to be concerning themselves with J.J. Watt. Where's Watt? Hey, Jadeveon Clowney's got to win his battles. Merciless has to win their individual battles in order to get to Andrew Luck.
Yeah, enough said on that.
Yeah. And a reminder, this game is on ABC and ESPN as well.